Hey Gemini, it's your girl D here to bring you your September 2020 reading. Can you believe it's September already? Time just be, oof. I swear the older I get, the faster it goes. It's insane how quick it goes. But I hope all is well with you guys. We just stepped into Virgo season this past Saturday. So hopefully you guys are adjusting accordingly. If you need a general, this is a general read. It's not going to resonate with every Gemini placement. So just keep that in mind. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to leave a comment if it resonates to let me know how, if you want to share. I love to hear the comments in reference to how the readings do resonate. There's going to be an extended to this. The link's in the box below. Now, because we're starting a new month and this is your month general read, I'm going to break down the planetary alignments for you guys like I normally do for the monthly general. So we got a lot of activity going on in November. All right. So we got Mercury going into Libra. All right. Mercury's all about communication. Okay. Whether it's you processing information as far as what happened to you, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your emotions, whether it's somebody communicating to you and processing what you said or did to them. It could be internet related, any type of communication back and forth between people. Libra is all about partnerships, okay? Whether it's a relationship, it's a relationship, okay? Whether it's a business relationship, a familial, meaning family relationship, whether it is a intimate partner relationship, whether it's best friends. The house of partnerships is where Mercury's going to be, okay? Libra also rules the court system and the justice system, okay? So a lot of you may have some court issues going on, or you may hear something from the courts, or you may be in the process of filing something with court or having to do something with court. Something with court might fascinate you. You may want to watch court TV all of a sudden. You might be flicking through the channels and now you're hooked on episodes of the next 48 hours or the court, or, one of the court shows or something like that. That might be going on for you. And this is on a global scale too, these measurements, not in the measurements, but these planetary changes. So we got a lot of changes going on in September. So Mercury goes into Libra on the 5th. All right, and then we got Venus going into Leo on the 12th. Venus is the planet of love. In a man's natal chart, whatever his Venus placement is, that is the energy that he's most attracted to as far as his ideal wife. Okay, so if you're a man and you have Venus in Taurus, then you're looking for a woman who is able to provide stability, who's able to bring money into the relationship, who is able to run the household, who's able to raise children, somebody who's practical, stable, who's going to be there for the long haul, that type of energy. So that's what Venus is about. Venus is about your ideal mate, what you're attracted to, all right? And it's going to be in Leo. So Leo is all about having fun. It's all about leisure activities. It's all about the stock market and lottery and gambling and bingo, any type of speculative markets. That's covered in the house of Leo. Leo's also about creativity. It's about your type of lovemaking style, whether you have a fetish or, whatever you enjoy between the sheets, okay? That's what Leo handles as well. Leo also deals with school-age children. So, there'll be a lot going on with children, people caring for their children, specifically in reference to what's going on with the schools with COVID. But a lot of people are going to be connecting with their lovers in this particular energy here. So Venus in Leo is a beautiful energy, all right? We also have Mars in Aries right now, and Mars is going to go retrograde on the 9th. Now, Mars is a planet of power. It's a planet of go, go, go. Mars is all about your passions, what turns you on, your survival mode, all right? And we have that going, it's already in Aries, and it's going to be retrograde there. So when any planet goes retrograde, it's a time to look at the energies of that planet and reflect on those energies within your life in that particular area of your chart. So Mars, all about courage, like the ability to take action, your desirous nature, your aggression, your drives. Well, it's in retrograde, so now the opposite is going to occur. You're not going to be as courageous. You're not going to be as driven. You're not going to be as passionate about, certain things. A lot of people, this is a good time for you to take vacation. Now, Mars is going to be in retrograde, I think, till Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving. So, it's going to be a laid back time for people. People are not going to be as aggressive at work with anything. Okay, so if you're a boss, understand, you may not be as aggressive, or your people may not be meeting those stats. And don't worry, I'm going to do a business, career, and finance reading for all the signs as well. So you may want to check that out on Patreon. But yeah, from a business standpoint, a lot of people are not going to be making those quotas. I mean, that's just the way it is. All right. So hopefully you've been doing all right. You don't have any issues with that. But that's just an example, okay, of what's going on when Mars goes retrograde. Mars goes retrograde, the aggression slows down, the desires, the passions. You're a little bit lazy about it. Just think of a warrior. Mars is the god of war. Just think about when Mars is in retrograde. Instead of him out there wielding that sword and, doing what he got to do, fighting for whatever, he's sitting in the grass just picking the daisies with his legs crossed, looking at the roses, smelling the flowers. That's the equivalent of Mars in retrograde. Now, just keep in mind, too, a lot of people are going to be frustrated. Some people are. They're going to be frustrated. They're going to be angry because that's what Mars in retrograde will bring. Because people are not able to make their quotas, or they're not as, passionate, or there's not a lot of drive going on with what they want, so they're going to get frustrated. It's going to happen. Just take a breath. Understand that, you have the upper hand because you understand the planetary alignment, so you understand why people are feeling the way they feel. The next change that we got going on is Jupiter. Now, we got some planets coming out of retrograde, okay? So we got Jupiter coming out of retrograde on the 11th. Now, Jupiter's in Capricorn, okay? We also got Saturn going direct at the end of September, on September 28th. Jupiter is in the house of the career, your career aspirations, okay? So Jupiter's going direct there. Now, remember, when a planet's in retrograde, you're supposed to take the energies of the planet and start thinking about how you can change it in that area. So Jupiter's about good luck, good fortune. Jupiter's in the house of your career, your professional achievements, how you feel about yourself, how people see you, how you see yourself, and your moral integrity, okay? So when Jupiter was in retrograde there, you were supposed to be thinking about, okay, how do I see myself? What is it that I'm doing that's keeping me from, good luck and good fortune in the house of my career? Do I need to change careers? Do I need to change directions? Should I apply for a promotion? Should I apply for a job out of seas? Should I go off and do my own business? What should I finish school? These types of things. So now this was the time where you're supposed to put the plan in place. And so 9/11 is when Jupiter goes direct, and you can start working on those plans to get you where you wanted to go. Also, with Saturn going in retrograde or going direct on the 28th, which is closer to the end of the month, Saturn is all about your routines and your patterns, your scheduling and things like that. Because of the changes that have been going on with COVID, there's been a lot of changes in the workplace. Saturn's about authority as well, rules, regulations. So you're going to see a lot of policy. You've already seen it, I'm sure. Protocol, policy changing. Everywhere you go now, they're pointing a damn temperature gun at your forehead before you can come in. That's an example of, Saturn retrograde, where usually the routine or the regulations is you can just go on in. Now with this change, you can't even go get your nails done, trust me, I know, without them pointing a gun at your head, talking about we need to take your temperature. Now, some places are like that, some places aren't, but the nail salons is doing this, all right? So, the doctor's offices are all doing it as well. You go to the doctor's office, they make you sit 6 feet apart, they make you stand at a particular designated area, they come over and they point the gun at, so that's a regulation or a protocol that has changed. That's a representation of Saturn in retrograde, all right? So, but this is going to be in terms of your career, your professional achievements. So the routines and the things that went on at work are going to change, okay? So if you work in a doctor's office, you're seeing that. Other offices as well, but specifically, in healthcare field, you're seeing that change. All right, what else we got going on? Pluto is in retrograde in Capricorn as well, but Pluto's going to go direct in October. So, these planets are coming out of retrograde, okay? So we got a little bit more time to rock with it. Now, we still got Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, okay? Neptune is all about taking those rose-colored glasses off and seeing your karma for what it is. Whatever seeds you planted, you're seeing the results of it right now. I just came from the doctor, and it's just like, oh my God, I need to I need to watch what I eat, and I need to work out because I've gained so much weight over this COVID scenario, being home and things like that and not going anywhere. So yeah, it's like that type of reality for some. It could be other things. And the unfortunate thing about this is that, it could be something more severe, that people have to see the reality of what they did and accept the reality of what they did. And as a result, it could be a bit hard. So some people could be, moving to routes of escapism, whether they're drinking a lot, smoking a lot, eating a lot, gambling a lot, anything that you're doing in excess to escape the reality of the consequences of the things that you've been doing. You're going to see a lot of people going through that if you're not going through it. This is what Neptune in retrograde does. It takes the rose-colored glasses off of things that you tried to brush off, or, oh, it's not that bad, when it's really, oh, it's just a little scratch. But you don't realize that scratch is like 8 inches deep. You know what I mean? Because it's only 2 inches wide. You think, oh, no, but you need stitches. Okay? And so taking off those rose-colored glasses, you're able to see, like, damn, this is really a deeper cut than I thought it was. And now it's infected. Damn. That's an example of what Neptune in retrograde is going to be presenting to all of us. So you can stop and think back since June. Has there been anything that went down where you're like, damn, I didn't realize I was doing that. Or I didn't realize that that's what was really going on. Neptune in retrograde. So, yeah, and Uranus is in retrograde in the house of Taurus. That's the house where you make your money. Capricorn is the house of your career endeavors and professional achievements. But Capricorn is the house where you make the money. Okay, what you do to make money. So Uranus is a planet about ingeniousness. Okay, the inventor in you, the genius in you. This is forward thinking. This is futuristic. This is individuality. This is uniqueness. And so you think about that when Uranus is direct. But when it's in retrograde, you're thinking about, okay, because of these changes with COVID, how can I make money? Since Uranus is in Taurus, the money-making house. Now keep in mind, did I say Uranus was about the internet and technology? So a lot of people you're going to be seeing are going to be making money online because, of course, a lot of places, depending on where you are, have closed down. And so now it's all about remote access via the internet. So you're seeing a lot of people resorting to, okay, well, let's see if I can take my business, which was a brick and mortar, and convert it to something that I can do online. Can I sell my services online? Forward thinking, moving with the times. People are looking at, I was watching a Dame Dash. I don't know if you guys know who Dame Dash is. He was somebody who co-founded, I believe he co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z when Jay-Z just got started off or whatever. But he's got a channel here on YouTube. You should check it out. He does a lot of things with diabetes or different recipes and talks about business and all that. He's one of my idols as far as business. And so he was saying how, when he was going into doing what he was doing, a lot of people were saying, it wasn't going to work, or, making remarks because Jay-Z got so much money now and he's not in the spotlight so much anymore, but he's been making his money. And so what he said when this pandemic occurred is a lot of the people who were talking about him or didn't believe in his projects and what he was doing are now having problems now that this pandemic occurred because they can't make their money anymore. But what he was doing when he was building his channel is to the point where he can survive pandemic proof. His business is pandemic proof. So what he was telling people is now that we have this going on, we're in changing right now. This is a major time of change. So find out what you can do where you would be able to make money where it would be somewhat pandemic proof. So I bring that up because, like I said, Uranus is in the house of Taurus, your money-making house, okay? So a lot of you are probably trying to figure out, other ways to make money, other creative ways that you can make money, but you're trying to do it in a way that's unique, that's original, just like that Uranus energy that lets you and your individuality stand out, things like that. So I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of what's going on with the planetary alignment so that you understand what's going on around you, with people around you, and why people are acting the way they're acting, or why you might be feeling the way you're feeling or acting the way you're acting. All right. So now let's get into your reading. So overall energy for your reading, we have the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, we have the Six of Swords reversed, and we have the Eight of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, you want to walk away from a connection that I feel like this is love, but it could be general, it could be work related as well. But I feel like you are in a situation where you're emotionally torn is what I'm feeling here. I feel like you're stuck in the past about something, an emotional connection that was tied to the past. This is something that's going on a lot. I don't think anybody knows how you feel deep down inside about this. I think this is just you, but I think you're stuck emotionally to a situation that that is no longer beneficial for you. It could be a scenario where, like, for example, you could be in a relationship with somebody and you have children with this person, but the relationship is just over, but you love your babies. You love your babies to death, but this relationship is just over, and it's so over, dead, and stinking that it's just really tearing you up on the inside, you know? This person is feeling stuck. They can't move forward, but they know they need to walk away. And this is a situation that they've been in for a while, and they've walked away and gone back, walked away, gone back, walked away. If it's not been physically leaving a situation, then they've gone through this in their head numerous times about wanting to leave. But I feel like with the Queen of Cups in reverse energy here, this is somebody who's torn emotionally. They don't know what to do. All right, and that's what I'm feeling for you, Gemini. So the current situation is the Page of Cups, clarified with the Six of Wands. Okay, so yeah, I feel like this, for some of you, this is about children. Okay, you wanting to win for your children. You wanting to be successful in this situation or this endeavor because of your children. But I also feel with this Page of Cups and this Six of Wands that you want to walk away from this connection where you have no feeling with this person, and you want to approach someone else that you want to be victorious with as far as an intimate relationship or intimate connection. That's what I'm feeling here. I feel like in the past you took some sort of action. You were very creative in the way that you went about something, very passionate about it. So I feel like this might have been the relationship that makes you feel stuck. You were very passionate and creative about that relationship, or, you know, you wanted to make things work. Okay. But I feel like in the recent past here, you've taken action in some way, shape, or form, because kings are about action. Someone actually taking action, yang energy. So I feel like you've taken action towards walking away from this situation. Okay. Perhaps walking towards someone else. Or maybe you've taken more of an active role towards your children. In reference to this this King of Cups energy, you could have taken a more emotional action towards your children to make sure that, okay, I know I'm going to be leaving my children soon. I'm leaving this connection. This connection is ripping me apart. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I establish a foundation with my children. So I feel like this might be what you were doing with this King of Cups energy. It could be something different, because, you know, we're going to clarify and extend it, and, you know, once we clarify, things could change. All right, but this is what I'm feeling with this energy I'm getting here thus far. Now, the crowning energy is the Two of Cups reversed. Like I said, I feel strongly that you're in a relationship that is just no longer one that satisfies your connection. It satisfies your desires as far as a connection is concerned. I feel like in the past too, this situation was more of a passionate one in approach to love. I feel like that relationship that you in the past, it was more geared towards sex, and you may have had children with this person, and now it's like you want to take action towards being a loving, caring mother or loving, caring father to your children. However, the connection with the individual that you have children with is just done. You no longer even have interest. The Two of Cups could talk about in reverse just not even being interested in this person, let alone fights, arguments, disagreements, things like that. So it could represent just straight disinterest. Okay. And I feel that strongly here with these three cards is the overall energy. It's like the only reason you're even torn emotionally or stuck is because you may have children with this person. Now, for others of you, if you don't have children with this person, you may be torn or stuck because this could be someone that you want to go back to from the past that maybe you didn't have a good rapport with when things ended. Okay? That could be the case. Now, I know with Gemini, we had a reoccurring theme that's been going on since last summer where a lot of you left someone to be with someone else. So, you feeling stuck in this situation here could be the fact that you're afraid that if you approach this new person, you may not be victorious because of the fact that, the way you left them in the past to go be with this other person. Now, in your fears, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, see, this is telling me here that you're afraid that if you approach this new person, in order for you to be victorious with them, that you may lose connection with your children. Maybe you're afraid that the person that you have children with will cause you problems. Also, it could be that the person that you're with could be a financial. It could be a situation where it's more financially comfortable for you to stay there. So you're afraid to lose your financial stability if you leave this situation that's already dead. You could just still be there because, like I said, for the children, people say they stay in relationships for the children, which my personal opinion is your children see that you're unhappy. So I don't understand why people think children don't understand things. They understand more than they can articulate. Just think back to when you were a child. You could just look back at any situation. You can just look back at it and look at people's mannerisms and how they communicated with each other and know that something's not right. Kids are far from stupid. But a lot of people will use children as an excuse to stay in a situation where maybe they can't leave because they're not financially vested enough to do so. So I feel like this is what this is about. I feel like it's a combination of both. You're afraid to leave a financially secure living situation if you leave this person that you no longer are emotionally attached to. And you're afraid that the person that you want to be successful with may reject you. And the reason I say that is because this is how that person sees you. So whether it's the person you're currently with or the person you left behind in the past, everybody sees you like this. They see that you're up to something. They know you're up to something. You're not good at hiding your emotions in reference to this situation. So the person that you're currently with, that you're ready to leave, they know you're up to something. They probably already assumed, and you very well may be seeing someone else or just seeing other people. They may assume that, but they know something is up. So this is telling me that you and this person may have had conversation or communication that alluded to the fact that neither one of you are happy in this situation. Okay? Now, where your hopes are, Gemini, is the Two of Swords. See, this is why I feel like there's children involved. Because when the Two of Swords shows up, this is someone who wants to make a decision. This is Saturn in Libra. Okay? Saturn is all about routines, patterns, authority, things you used to do. You had a routine of doing certain things. And so I feel like you're looking at this situation like, okay, my routines where I would go to work, I'd come home, I'd spend time with my kids, or, like your whole routine is going to change. But also Saturn is about lessons, learning lessons. And I feel like there's a lesson here that has to be learned and that you're learning or already have learned in reference to your scenario that you're in. So I feel like, again, some of you left someone to be with someone else and the grass wasn't greener. As a result, some of you have children with the grass that you're at right now, so to speak, and that's going to be the hard part is you leaving. So your hopes is that you make a decision that's going to be best for you and your children. This is what I'm feeling this Two of Swords is. And again, if it's not children, then I feel like this is you learning a lesson for leaving that person and trying to figure out because I still feel like you're afraid, or this person is afraid. Whoever it is, it can resonate backwards or reverse, reverse the roles as need be. But somebody's afraid that things are not going to work out. And so I feel like this person wants to do what's right for everybody. So perhaps this person, if it's not children, this person wants to do right by the person they have children with so that they don't leave the situation all screwed up. But yet the new person that they go towards, they have an understanding with that person about the nature of the relationship with the person from the past. But I feel like this person is trying to do this honestly. I feel like if it was in reverse, then you would have to say somebody is basically trying to get over. Now, as far as the outcome is concerned, we have the King of Swords. Now, this could represent divorce, but this represents someone taking action to communicate as well. Okay, this is communication from a standpoint of wanting to be fair, not looking at it from an emotional standpoint, not putting your feelings into it, looking at things from a logical perspective. What is the logical thing to do? What is the right thing to do? Okay, Libra talks about the right thing to do. All right, this is sword energy. Aquarius. Aquarius is forward thinking. So this person wants to take action in reference to communicating or doing or taking an action that will move them forward out of this Six of Swords in reverse energy, which is also Aquarius energy. All right. So this is what I'm feeling here for you with this energy. Now, as far as what's going to happen in the future, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands, this is the moon. So this is about the moon in Sag. So somebody is not feeling optimistic about the situation, okay? They are looking at it as if, okay, I feel like it could go both ways. Like you're looking at the current situation that you're in. Like, this is just, I can't put any more effort in. I've done everything. Because with the Nine of Wands, this is like, I've done this. I've done that. I've done this. I fought to do that. Like this person stayed as long as they possibly could. But it's just not working. And I feel like someone has said, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel. Because remember, the overall energy is Eight of Cups walking away. So I feel like that's the case. And I also feel like, yeah, this is the strong feeling. For some of you, I feel like this person is afraid to come towards the new person, okay? Because some of you Geminis want to approach a new person. Because I'm reading for the Geminis who have someone, because this could be a couple of different Geminis. You could be the Gemini who has children with a partner who there's no more love between you two, but you have children with this person, and your partner wants to go back to their past. Or flip it. You could be the Gemini who is in a relationship with someone and you want to leave your relationship. You have children with this person and you want to go back to your past. Okay? You could be the person who's watching. You could be the person who the Gemini wants to come back to. Okay? So there's 3 different scenarios here in which you would need to decide, if this resonates with you, which position you play. But this is what I'm getting for your reading. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the extended and we're going to clarify this a little bit more, because this is how people see you. I want to see if this is how the person you're currently with sees you, or if this is the person that you left that you want to go back to, if they see you. But I feel like somebody sees you stealing something or trying to get away with something. And I want to see what that is, okay? I also want to find out in your fears why this is going on. I feel like this is because of the financial stability. Some of you, you want to leave this connection, but you may not have the finances to do so, or the connection that you're in right now is a very financially stable one, and you would have to incur more money to leave. Or for some of you, this, like I said, you're afraid of getting divorced or separating from this person. You could very well be afraid of that, because again, we got the Six of Swords in reverse energy, as well as the Queen of Cups. Your emotions are all over the place with this situation. Okay, so we'll go to the extended. We're going to get a little bit of clarity on these things, find out what's going on, and then we'll pull some cards to get you some advice. So Gemini, Please let me know if this resonated with you. In case you can't come to the extended, let me know if this resonated. If so, click the like button. You guys, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you've already done so and you're not seeing my posts, because I post every week for you guys and for all the other signs as well. If you're not seeing them, then and you're interested in the readings, you enjoy watching my readings, what you want to do is try to unsubscribe, refresh your screen, and then resubscribe and then hit the notification bell. See if that works. I've been told by a couple of people that that has worked. Okay, so we want to do that. The link to the extended is in the box below. So if I don't see you there, Gemini, I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, love you guys. Peace out.